Hello and welcome to Matador News. I'm Noemi Barajas.
And I'm Jenny Vuong.
Russia has agreed to a ceasefire with Ukraine. Russian President Vladimir Putin says this is the first step to stop the crisis in eastern Ukraine.
We are calling on both sides to be restrained and to avoid further bloodshed. Everything will be done in order to separate the arms on both sides.
The leaders of Russia, Ukraine, France, and Germany came to an agreement last night in Minsk. The agreement could end a 10-month conflict that has resulted in the death of more than 5,000 civilians. The ceasefire is due to start Sunday.
The murder trial of the man accused of killing American sniper Chris Kyle and fellow veteran Chad Littlefield is in its second day. Eddie Ray Routh is a former Marine whose family says suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder and paranoia. He's pleading not guilty due to reason of insanity. Kyle's wife, Taya, Kyle says her husband was just trying to help another veteran. His lawyer says Routh was not aware of what he was doing because he was suffering from psychosis at that time. Routh may face a life sentence in prison without parole if he is convicted.
The Senate delays vote on one of President Obama's cabinet nominees and confirms the other. Ashton Carter is set to be confirmed as the new Secretary of Defense. The Senate Armed Services Committee voted unanimously on Tuesday to approve Carter. Meanwhile, Senate Republicans delayed a committee vote claiming they have more questions for Attorney General nominee Loretta Lynch. Judiciary Chairman Charles Grassley of Iowa says the committee will vote on Lynch at its next meeting on February 26.
A federal judge is considering whether to order Alabama's probate courts to issue marriage license to gay couples. The state's Chief Justice Roy Moore says he wants the probate judges to ignore the ruling of the same-sex marriage.
Our rights contained in the Bill of Rights do not come from the Constitution. They come from God. It's clearly stated in the Declaration of Independence.
On Monday, a federal ruling allowed the same-sex couples to marry in the state for the first time. And probate judges in 23 of Alabama's 67 counties are issuing marriage license to gay couples. But the rest of the judges are waiting for today's ruling to clear up the confusion.
The high school graduation rate reaches the highest percentage in the 2012 to 2013 academic school year. 4 out of 5 students are graduating. Iowa has the highest graduation rate at 90%. Oregon is the lowest at 69%. Researchers say the growth rates are linked to hiring intervention specialists to keep students in school and out of the streets.
Now we join Matador reporter Alicia Zerai in the newsroom with a special report concerning the new bill for U.S. veterans.
Thanks, Jenny. President Obama at the White House this morning signs the Veteran Suicide Prevention Bill. The bill is called the Clay Hunt Suicide Prevention for American Veterans Act. The act is named after Clay Hunt. Clay Hunt was a Marine veteran that dealt with post-traumatic stress and killed himself back in 2011. Here at CSUN, the Veteran Resource Center also helps student veterans cope with problems after serving. Afghanistan veteran Jimmy Guevara thinks Obama is making a step in the right direction.
I think it's another tool that we do need. It's just it's a one step forward, you know. And I like I said, any tool that's given us to carry on the mission to the next step is actually going to be very helpful. I mean, right now, having this mass, we're losing. Like I said, we're losing more guys through suicide than we are through wars, and which I think is something that our country needs to kind of understand that, like, if you're allowing us to go out there and do anything, then you should be able to allow us to also help us on the way back out.
The CSUN Veteran Resource Center is located next to the SRC. For more information on their services, go to www.csun.edu/VC. Now back to Noemi with more news.
Thank you. Philadelphia will host the Democratic National Convention in July 2016. The Democratic National Committee announced Philadelphia's selection this morning. The last time a presidential convention was held there was in 2000 when Republicans chose George W. Bush as the party's nominee. New York and Columbus, Ohio were the other 2 cities competing to host the convention. The event is scheduled for the week of July 25th, 2016.
A convenience store in Texas sells one of the 3 winning Powerball tickets. Apple Tree Food Mart is located in Princeton, a town with a population of about 8,000 people. Business owner Chandra Siwa Cody will get $1 million just for selling the ticket at his store. He says he wants to use the money to help his family overseas. Puerto Rico officials say another winning ticket was sold at a Shell gas station in Coto Laurel. The 3rd winning ticket was sold in North Carolina. The winners will split the $560 million jackpot.
And now, let's go to Bianca Gallegos with the latest in news health.
Thank you, Noemi. A San Francisco commuter with measles prompts California transit officials to issue warning. The infected LinkedIn employee used the trains and dined in at E&Out Kitchen and Bar. The patient came into contact with the morning and evening commuters February 4th through February 6th. At this point, it is unknown how many San Francisco Bay Area residents have the measles vaccine. People displaying the symptoms are urged to seek medical attention immediately. Symptoms include high fever, runny nose, coughing, and watery red eyes. Researchers at the University of Pennsylvania say smartphones apps are becoming the answer to weight loss prayers. They also say wearable apps such as Fitbit, Flex, One, Zip were more accurate than the Nike Fuel Band, but the wearable devices were less accurate than the trackers in the smartphones. A study had healthy adults walk on treadmill with different fitness applications. Studies have shown that the more you are aware of your progress through the notifications, the more likely you are to stay active. Now we have Trevino with business news.
Thank you, Bianca. The Greek bailout talks failed to make progress during the first proper negotiations. The negotiations between Greece and Eurozone finance ministers did not come to a mutual agreement on addressing Greece's financial crisis, but Greek Finance Minister Yanis Varoufakis feels the meeting was constructive.
We had a very constructive and extensive discussion of all the facets of the Greek crisis and the way in which the Eurogroup can facilitate the transition to a new phase in the history of the Greek social economy so that we overcome the debt deflationary crisis.
The chance for a new bailout deal is growing slimmer by the day. The lack of any formal deal could result with Greece running out of cash next month. This will result defaulting on the bailout program with the European Central Bank, which experts say could affect the world economy. Expedia has bought its online travel company rival Orbitz for $1.6 billion or $12 a share. That's about $2 more than it was worth after the stock market closed on Wednesday. With this buy, Expedia now owns a large portion of online travel companies like TravelocityHotels.com and Trivago. And now, Bianca Gallegos will bring us the newest in sports.
Tiger Woods withdrew from his last PGA Golf Tour event after shooting his worst score as a professional golfer. He currently ranks in 62nd place in the world, the lowest since he turned professional in 1996. The Honda Classic starts February 26. If he skips, and he will not be eligible for the WGC Cadillac Championship. Woods says if his golf is not acceptable for the PGA Tour, then he will not return until it is. Former 13-year NBA veteran Anthony Mason is in critical condition after suffering from a heart attack several days ago. The 40-year-old has received multiple surgeries since, but it's still not clear if Mason is well known for his 5-year season with the New York Knicks. In other NBA news, the All-Star Game airs tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on ESPN. And now back with Trevino with entertainment news.
Thank you. 50 Shades of Grey will release this Valentine's Day weekend. The steamy anticipated film is whipping up quite a discussion among fans on whether the film's sex scenes will measure up to the hot novel's success. Lead actress Dakota Johnson says the fans have something to look forward to.
Everything that Anastasia does is completely her choice and it's consensual and no person is abused in the movie and I think it's kind of a closed-minded outlook.
And for those looking to take home a cuddly version of Christian Grey, I mean, as if he wasn't cuddly enough already, the Vermont Teddy Bear Company is coming out with a Christian Grey teddy bear, complete with sexy suit, handcuffs, and blindfold. Target is also joining in on this merchandising opportunity, selling 50 Shades branded adult toys. 60 Minutes correspondent Bob Simon died yesterday in a car accident in New York. Police say Simon was in the back seat of a Lincoln Town car when it collided with a Mercedes at a red light and then struck a divider. Simon was reportedly not wearing his seatbelt and died from a severe head and neck trauma. Simon is remembered for his coverage on both Vietnam and Gulf Wars. His career in news spans across 50 years and earned him countless awards. He was 73. That's it for entertainment, and now we go back to Naomi and Jenny with the news.
I'm Noemi Barajas.
And I'm Jenny Vuong. Thank you for watching Matador News.